Greetings. It's been a minute. Happy Father's Day, all fathers out there. I got a shirt that says Best Dad and all kind of stuff on it. Spent the first Father's Day ever with my biological father and my mom and both my kids. We went to the Consolata Cemetery, and that was the first Father's Day I ever spent with him. I'm happy that I got to spend it with him and my kids and my mother. It is, I gotta be thankful that at least I have that. A little emotional, you know. Father's Day the last few years has been pretty rough. And this one was great. It's really, really great. So, been waiting on the alignment for the car. That's all that's left to do. And it's already paid for. It's just there's only one alignment guy at this shop, and they had 12 cars, so it's taken them almost 2 weeks to get through. I don't know, maybe they had more, but should be ready this week. And Rob helped me pay for that, so thank you, Rob. In this last, I don't know, I've been staying busy, so I haven't made a lot of videos. I've been busy with summertime. I've been busy playing with, I got the kids like coming over, and a buddy of mine wanted me to manage his studio because he's got a record that has been sitting in there for 7 years, and he wants to get it out the door. And when I moved back after Scientology, I produced records. I think I did 5 records. Well, if you include my own records, I did 7 in about. And I have 2 that are unreleased, so 9. But they're done. They're the 2 that need to be released are done. I just didn't have the money to publish it. So I've done 9 records, and I did 9 records in 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 years. So he's struggling to get this one out, right? And Travis, my brother, and I, who I talked to this morning, called him, wished him Happy Father's Day. He had a gig last night. It was up till 2 in the morning. But it was nice to talk to him. We talked a little bit about some of the experiences that we had that were not Scientology. We got to record in some really, really great studios. And I'm a gearhead. I'm really into equipment and things that record sound and microphones. And so being in these studios, and not just that, the acoustical environments, and using that to record and make music. So there was one in particular. It's called Sage and Sound, and if you like Weezer, this is a fun fact. Weezer recorded their Blue album at Sage and Sound just a few years before Travis and I were in there. So let's see, well, maybe 10 years. It had been 10 years since they recorded that. It was in 94, I think, the Weezer Blue album. But anyways, the studio was fantastic, and I was wondering how they mic'd his drums, and we talked about that. But the studio that I'm helping out, this buddy of mine, he's also got PA equipment, and that stuff can be, it's just money sitting there waiting to be made. do sound reinforcement gigs for Mardi Gras balls, and I mean, it's not. Sometimes it's not a constant flow of income, but it's just sitting there and it's not income. So that's one of the things that we need to, as a student, with my connections, I've worked with other sound companies as an engineer, sound engineer at all the casinos and stuff, and bars, and even stuff like political events. I know a lot of people in the sound world here, sound tech, and I've had people ask me about starting a business like that, but there's so much gear, to carry around. But he's got the gear, and if you've got guys to move the gear, then you can make quite a bit of money in little one-shot gigs. And then if you do a good job, which I kind of try to focus on that and do a good job as an engineer, sound engineer at any gig, you'll get a good rate. It'll be worth it. So get the album out of the studio so that we can start on maybe another album from a local band or something. But before we do that, we're doing I'm doing a whole makeover for the social media and all that stuff for the studio, and setting up email accounts and just the normal shit that I would do for any kind of client that needed a whole social media marketing package. And gonna front load content for the studio, and just basically stick it on a hard drive or in cloud storage, but probably both, and wait until there's enough to have a steady stream for about 6 months, maybe a year. And then just release it periodically so that there's always something happening on the page, because until there's always something happening in the studio, I can't show what the studio is capable of. So we have to produce that, and there's things happening. There's a British MMO that needs after dialogue recording, so we'll be doing that. Finishing this record. I started a new record. There's plenty of records in there to be finished, and I had a interview at it's a restaurant called Casa Olay. Thing is, I need my vehicle. As soon as I get my vehicle, I should be able to get that job. He looked at my resume. He was like, "Why do you want to work here?" Because I have post office, Webtronics, Schedule 70, government service, contract, IT, and my pay rates were, respectable wages. And I don't want to say respectable wages. They were good wages. Respectable is not really. Any wage is respectable. If you do, I think. I don't know. I'm just kind of riffing. But I haven't done a video in a while, so I don't remember if I told you guys I got an appointment in October at the neurologist at University Medical Center. So when that's done, maybe I will have enough documentation to maybe possibly get a job back at the post office in the office itself. But I'm not banking on that or counting on that. So that's why I'm looking for a cash job. And the studio thing has two sides. It's fun for me, and also with the PA system that can be rented out. There's good money in that. I just need to, what we need to do is test the system, make sure everything is working right, because it hasn't been used in a while, and make sure that we can deliver, make sure that what is the highest level of quality sound reinforcement that we can deliver, and then I can basically break apart smaller systems for the appropriate sized events. But the system itself is 14,000 watts, so it could power it could actually power the Civic Center for a small event. And it would pay really well if someone wanted to rent a 14,000 watt sound reinforcement system. Those are good money gigs. $3,000, good. So yeah, we're moving a lot of stuff in and around the studio. I moved the server over there. At some point, we're gonna move more stuff over there. The engineer's planning to make a 24x36 edition, and then be able to move a lot of stuff in there. And we're doing a podcast, but it's not coming. It's going to be a while before we start publishing any of them. We're going to have like 6 or 7 in the can before we start publishing it. What else? The kids have been coming over every day for the past week, and then the week before that they came over half the week. I'm in daddy heaven. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Live long and prosper.